How long you guys know each other, being co-directors on this?
We go way back. Yoni and I have worked on several films together, going back, I think, to 2009.
Hmm.
So, going on 15 years of collaboration. We made a movie together in Kashmir, a fiction film called Valley of Saints, that I was producer and Yoni was cinematographer. And so we've been at it ever since.
We lived on a boat together. That's the way you can trust somebody is when they can drown you at any second.
What were you guys like drinking milk when you were kids?
Yeah.
I was drinking more milk as a kid than I am today. And I think that's a big part of what the story is about. I think most of the previous generations were having a glass of milk and a slice of meatloaf at dinner. And once that changed over the last couple of decades, it created all these cascading effects that you see in the series as the milk has come into our culture in different ways.
Leading ultimately to government cheese. Although I just don't see that being a Trumpian kind of approach.
Yeah, I don't think Trump is going to bring back government cheese based on a lot of factors.
So you're a Tribeca, right? So were you ever at Tribeca before, visiting with a film? What?
I've had a couple of films there. My last two documentaries have premiered there, so it feels kind of like a hometown fest for me. I also grew up in the Lower Manhattan area, so I was in that area as it all got revitalized, and the festival is a big part of that. So I'm uh, I'm thrilled to be bringing the Milk Project there.
Well, it was an interesting approach to the way you structured the film. It wasn't like as much a three chapter or two chapter kind of approach, more like a bunch of shorts kind of tied together with an overall theme, which really kind of worked.
Yeah, it started as a feature, 90-minute or so feature, and then we decided that, to your point, it was so episodic, all these little vignettes, little ways into the milk world, that it would make more sense as a doc series. And so we went back and re-edited the project to fit that format of more of a episodic series.
And then you ended up with a feature in the end anyway. So, how have you morphed the episodic series? Are you going to cover the whole? Uh,
Well, yeah, I should clarify. Tribeca is showing 3 episodes, so it kind of comes out to a length that feels like a series, and I
I
think
see.
a feature. And the link that I think we've created for Tribeca puts all the credits at the very end, but the deliverable format for this is going to be episodic television style.
Ah, you move almost as bad as me. You're all over the place. It's a
Fidgety.
Yeah. Did you ever the first time you ever saw yourself doing that? How did you feel? Because I haven't been able to totally get rid of the little fidget yet.
No, I haven't. And the way I deal with it is I just turn my camera off. I can't see myself, so I don't know what I look like right now.
That's a good approach. Yeah. So where is it going to end? Is that what it's going to be? Still a series?
Well,
Uh,
we've got four episodes so far. The first one is called "Got Milked," which is about the iconic "Got Milk" campaign and the two small dairy farmers who try to take it down. Episode two is about the big industrial mega farm of Fair Oaks Farms, run by Mike and Sue McCloskey, and the vegan vigilante who tries to go up against them. And episode three is about the government cheese that we talked about before, not just the old cheese caves of the 1980s, but also how the government is trying to put cheese everywhere else, from pizza to fast food to social media, to try to get people drinking milk again, which, as we talked about earlier, they haven't done for as much as they used to. And then episode four, which we're not going to show at Tribeca, is about milk in schools. But I will say, Scott, it's certainly an evolving story. A lot of the series charts how the Secretary of Agriculture over the last uh, previous administrations have tried to keep milk alive, and how the dairy industry has worked its way through Congress and our politics. And there's a lot happening with that right now in this new administration. So hopefully there'll be an opportunity with us or other filmmakers to pick up the milk mantle and follow along.
Did you do any test screenings with like cows to see how they felt about it?
Yeah, we're doing different animals. So we're moving from the smaller animals. We'll move up to the ruminants.
Oh, I
But
see.
yeah, we're still at the kind of hamster rodents.
Oh, I
But
like.
but I'm kidding. But actually, we did do a screening at a dairy farm episode. In the episode, you see the dairy farmers watching Got Milk commercials in their dairy farm, and there was a cow in the background watching it with them.
Well, you gotta get cats too, of course. Cats are
Exactly.
very important when you want to.
Totally agree.
They like milk. Actually, they used to like milk a lot. I
True.
don't think cats are drinking as much milk either now, are they? No. Statistics are hard to find. Where do you go next with this? Are you going? I mean, it seems seamless the way you put it together. I mean, actually, I think that might be an interesting approach. Just putting together tons of little short films and forget 3 acts. Who needs acts?
Yeah, hopefully we can keep it going. Yeah, we're going to bring it to more festivals after Tribeca. We want to do more screenings at dairy farms and show it to more cows. But no, in all seriousness, I think we want, yeah, more people connected to their food system and the food they eat. So that's going to be an opportunity for us to try to show it with the farmers and show it with community organizers and all the kind of impact that we want to see it have beyond Tribeca. So stay tuned.
All right. One last thing, I guess. Do you think that the momentum towards this giant agribusiness is um, going to maybe get more sanity, or is it just going to continue with consolidation from what you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had more of an optimistic view, but I think the trends are toward consolidation across agriculture, and milk is just an example of that. Um, I think the things that people can do is, you know, look beyond the individual choices that they make. It's great whether you want to drink cow's milk or plant milk or camel milk, that's cool. But I think trying to figure out your politicians, how they're voting, and whether they're actually supporting things like transparency and agricultural checkoffs is a way to actually rein in some of the corporate control over agriculture.
Well, assuming your next segment comes along, I hope it's going to be on ice cream, and you'll be able to send some little samples around to everybody.
Yeah, that is a great idea. I like that.